Welcome to Mr. Academia YouTube channel. So remember to subscribe, to share, like, and also comment on our lessons to have the best out of our lessons and get us notifications for all our new videos. We are going to look at inverse of the matrix. So remember to check out our previous series of lessons such that you get the best and you also learn all the basics before our next lesson. Okay, if you look at how we get the inverse of the matrix, so basically for the inverse of the matrix, this is how we get the inverse of the matrix. First of all, to get the inverse of the matrix, you need to have the determinant of the matrix first got. So an example is a 2 by 2 matrix here, A, which has elements A, B, C, D. So to get its inverse, we first get the determinant of this matrix. So of course, the determinant is got by getting elements along the major diagonal, that is AD. A will multiply it with D, and then we subtract the multiple of elements along the minor diagonal, which is CB. So this gives us what we call the determinant of the matrix. So the inverse basically is got by inverse of the matrix is given by 1 out of determinant of that matrix, and then we multiply that by what we call the partial. It's called the partial inverse. For the partial inverse here, how we find it basically is that for it, we just switch the elements which are along the major diagonal. That is, we shall switch A and D. That's why you can see D comes here and then S stays here. And then we change the signs of C and B. That's why C is negative and B is also negative. Then after that, we can now go ahead and do the remaining part, which is finding the inverse of this matrix. So basically, these are the steps for finding the inverse. We take the original matrix, we switch A and D, and then we change the signs of B and C, and then we multiply with the determinant, 1 over the determinant, which is this one here. This is how we get the inverse of any matrix. Let's look at an example where we have to find the inverse of the matrix. So we are required to find the inverse of this matrix here. So first of all, we look for the determinant, which will be got by multiplying elements along the major diagonal minus the multiple of elements along the minor diagonal here. So that will be negative 20 minus negative 16. And then we get 1 out of negative 20 minus negative 16 times the partial inverse. So for partial inverse, we exchange 8 and 2. That's why 10 comes here and 2 comes here. And then the negative 4 and 4, the signs will change. So this will be positive and this will be negative. So finally, we end up having our answer for the inverse as this. And therefore this ends up giving us the inverse as this one. So basically that is how we get the inverse of any matrix. If we are asked to find the inverse of this matrix, still we follow the same steps. You can see we get 1 over determinant multiplied by the partial inverse, and therefore the determinant is got by multiplying this minus this, which will give us 1. And then finally we can go ahead and find the inverse, but still we have to exchange this and also change the signs for this, having our answer as this one. So this is how we find the inverse of any matrix which is a 2 by 2 matrix. So remember to subscribe, to share, to also like and comment such that everyone gets to enjoy what our lessons have. Thank you. Keep watching our videos.